Natural disaster is something that happens naturally and it causes the damages of life and leave the normal activities uncontrolled and imbalance. So this is such occurrence that hampers normal life or normal activities. So the condition now we are facing COVID-19 is a natural disaster. We believe that it came naturally, though it is controversial, but strongly we believe that this came naturally and it is seriously hampering our normal life. What was the normal life? Every day in the morning, we used to go to the school, now we cannot go to school. And every weekend we used to go to the park or the market, now we cannot go. So our normal life is hampered so seriously. So this is natural disaster. We cannot go out. Maybe you do not have problem, but there are so many people who have the problem. They cannot go out, they cannot walk, they cannot earn money, they do not have food. Now we as human beings, especially as a Muslim, we have some responsibilities. If we are affluent, if we have capacity to help the disastrous people, those who are in serious problem, those who do not have food, water, we have our responsibility to them. It is our responsibility to save their lives, to extend our help for them. So we are concerned about the natural disaster. And when there is natural disaster, this COVID-19, or it can be drought, it can be famine, it can be famine, it can be flood, it can be cyclone. So if there is a heavy cyclone that totally ransacked is an area, then we have to rush there when the disaster or the hazard gone and finished, then we have to rush there, go there, and save the lives and help them to live. Also, if there is a flood in area, we have to help them. So these are the examples of natural disaster. So why it is there in our book? Because this is the instruction of Allah to help the people who are in problem. This is the instruction of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to help the people who are in problem. من كان في حاجة أخيه كان الله في حاجته. If a person is there standing beside a destitute or the person who is in need, someone need your help, he is in disastrous condition, if you stand beside him, كان الله في حاجته, Allah will be for him, standing for him in the day of Qiyamah. So if we help the people who are in disaster, then Allah also will help us. And there is another hadith that Man karraba kurbatan, the person who remove a little problem from a person. Now the people are in problem. If we can, from our own position, remove a little problem, karraballahu yamal qiyamah. Allah will remove big problem from our life in the life hereafter. So let us see. So you understood what is natural disaster. The occurrence which come naturally and hampers our normal activities. What is our duty? If we are okay, then we have to help or in problem. So this is called natural disaster. Secondly, the strategies to avoid or minimize the losses. So how can we avoid or minimize the losses that may be caused by natural disaster? For example, now, a virus is spreading very quickly all over the world. So what we can do to minimize this natural disaster, or it can be a flood. In Bangladesh, it is a natural disastrous country. Every year there is flood, cyclone, drought, so many natural disasters are there. All this in mind, what we can do, it is in your book, you can open page number 88. Page number 88. How can we minimize the loss in natural disaster? We cannot stop the natural disaster. It will come. Like flood is coming, you cannot stop the flood. Or cyclone is coming, you cannot stop the cyclone. But we can have the precautions to minimize, reduce the loss, our property, reduce the loss, our lives, our relatives. So what we can do? Number one, we will build dwelling house, living house, cow shed, and pens for poultry. Poultry means the duck, hen, etc. that we rear at home in elevated site. So we will build our home elevated high place. Also the cow shed, we should build cow shed in the high place. Poultry, the small cottage or the rooms for the poultry, for the chickens, hens or the ducks, we should make them in the high place. Because if we make them in the lower place, if the flood comes, then it will totally engulf. So we should make them in high place. Okay, number one. So this will help us if there is a disaster like flood, also cyclone, or water upsurge. B number. Preserve food grains. We have to preserve the food grains like rice or lentils, or like those dry food. We have to preserve the dry food, and also seed, paddy seed or any other mustard seed, any seed on platform built in high place inside the room. Because if the flood comes, which is a natural disaster, and the room will be totally submerged under water. So if we keep these things in the high place, that will help us. But if we keep in the ground, that will be drowned in water. So that will not help us, and we will be in danger. And if we lose all the seeds, then next time not cultivate. See number. We'll raise the sides of the ponds, the banks of the ponds should rise high because there are fishes in the ponds. If floods come, then all the fishes will go out because of the flood. If the banks of the ponds are high, then water easily cannot come inside the ponds. We'll set up latrines, toilet in high place, and sink tube well at comparatively high spot, high place. Tube well. Because if the tube well is submerged underwater, how can you fetch water from the submerged tube well? And that will not work. So we have to set up the toilet. And especially this happens applicable in case of rural area of Bangladesh. So they're talking about the rural area because rural people, they have the tube well, they fetch water from the tube well. So those tube wells should be in high place. Also latrine. If the latrine is underwater, then how we are going there in the toilet? So it should be in high place. D number. Did you open the page? 88 number page.
Yes.
Good. D number will deposit essential medicine. So we have to save the essential medicines, like the medicines for fever or cold, or those essential medicines. We should keep them, or oral salines. We should save them at home, and we should keep them in dry place, in high place. Also some dry food like chira, puffed rice, fried rice, muri, puffed rice, gur, molasses. We should save these foods in our home because sometimes if there is a flood or water upsurge, we cannot cook. So if we have some dry food, it will be good for us. We can eat those dry food. In any disaster, dry foods are very helpful. And E number, every member of the family will be taught swimming. You know, if there is a flood or water upsurge came from the ocean and you do not know how to swim, then for sure you are going to die. So what you have to do, you should learn how to swim. So we're living in Qatar. It is not possible to learn swim, but some children, some boys and girls, they are lucky because they have their opportunity, they have the assistance and opportunity to learn the swimming. Sorry. So if you have chance, you should learn swimming also. That will help you when you will be stuck in the flood or water upsurge. Everybody. Number, if boats are not available, if there is a flood. Almost all the points actually relate to the flood, but in this more than is uh, natural disasters are there. So if boats are not available while the flood is on, we will build a raft with banana plants. Banana plants, you know, they can float on water. So with the banana plants, with the stem of the banana, 3, 4 stems together, we can make a raft. So that will be floating and you can save your life sitting or riding on the raft. So this is how we completed chapter 3. Next time we will start chapter 4, inshallah. But before that, I will give you some questions and you have to write these questions, also answer. So let us come back to the board. Okay. First question we have written, natural disaster. You understand what is the disaster which happens naturally, or the occurrence which happens naturally and hampers our regular activities is called natural disaster. I'm not writing this answer here. You should write this answer. I will share this video also. So you should write this answer in a notebook. Okay, you have to do something. Not only I will say and I will write and I will memorize. Not like that. You have to do something, right? Number two. Number two. Uh, so one number is for 2 marks. Short question, okay? Write 4 examples of natural disaster. I don't know. You will find four. Find four. Let me see how many there are in your book. Yes, yes, more than 4. So write 4 examples of natural disaster. Okay. So you will write 4 examples of natural disaster. This also for 2 marks. Then write 4 things that we can do for the affected people. Okay, 4 things. So something you can make also, no problem. Write this for 4 marks. Okay, write 4 things we can do. We can do for the disaster affected people. People. Okay, write 4 things we can do for the natural disaster affected people. What we can do for them? We can save their lives. We can help them get out. Offer them food. We can nourish them. Okay, we can nourish them. We can offer them food. We can save their lives. I'm telling you. Last is okay. How can we write? Okay, write 4, rather write 5. Okay. If in the board they ask for 5 points, you will write 5 points. If they ask 4 points, you will write 4 points. Okay, no less, no more. Write 5 ways or strategies. 5 strategies that can reduce the loss of natural disaster. Answer is very easy. Okay, write 5 strategies that can reduce the loss of natural disaster. So simply from page number 88, there are 6 points. So out of 6 points, you will write only 5. Okay, the answer is in page number 88, the pink color writings are your answer. So no need to write all, write just 5. In the board questions, if it comes 4, you will write 4. Okay. So this will be your homework also. I'm telling you, and I will send all these items in my YouTube channel. So please write the questions, and I'm giving you 30 minutes time to write all these answer and send me back in my WhatsApp. Okay, did you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. So please write these questions. These questions are very, very easy, and I explained all these answer. Okay, so within 30 minutes, you write the answer and send me back in my WhatsApp. Okay. Some boys and girls, some girls are still coming. Why they are so late? Very good. Okay. So I gave the questions. Please write the questions before I leave this room. Okay. I already explained all these questions. Can check again. Can you see the question now?
Can the answer would take a while.
Okay, 30 minutes. I'm giving you 30 minutes to write answer of these questions. What is natural disaster? Number, write 4 examples of natural disaster. Simple. This for 2 marks. 4 examples of natural disaster. Write in your book. Whirlwind. Don't write whirlwind. You can write some other word. Cyclone. You can write cyclone. You need to whirlwind. Cyclone. Tidal wave. Tsunami and cyclone. Tidal wave. Tsunami. Cyclone. Drought. So you will write earthquake, drought, cyclone, flood. Flood. Flood is not there, but you should write flood. There are tidal wave. This is not tidal. It is not always flood and tidal, not the same. So only 4 you will write. 4 examples of natural disaster: flood, cyclone, 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 flood, cyclone, drought. What is drought? Drought is very dry condition, rainlessness. When there is no rain at all for a long time, then it dry. And it happens for the normal life also because the forest is not cultivated. So flood, drought, cyclone, and earthquake. And 3 number, write 4 things that we can do for the disaster affected people. What we can do for the people. Okay. I'm repeating this because some. So, did you collect all the answer? Questions? Salam alaikum.